Hey you guys, and welcome back. Today's video is going to be the Q2 update for the Makeup Use Up collab that was created by Ellis for Living. I will go ahead and link down below all the other ladies that participated in this collab, as well as my intro and my Q1 update. So yeah, I'm just going to do it like I did last update, which is just show you the items that I either finished or the items that I can actually show you progress on. So that's why if you're interested in seeing all the items that I picked out that I'm trying to use, as well as swatches, the intro will be down below. Before I get started, I just want to say thank you to everybody for watching my video for the, I think it was the Artiste dupe video. At the end of that, I did have a little sneak-in giveaway, and so today was the day that I was going to announce it, so I will announce the winner right here. Angel, thank you so much for commenting, and I will go ahead and get you your package out. If you could please go ahead and just direct message me your address. But thank you to everyone who did participate and who watched it all the way through and found that there was a giveaway at the end. But again, thank you again for my YouTube friends and for putting me over the 1,000 mark. I appreciate you guys, I really do. I appreciate the time that you just, you know, obviously your time that you give to me and you just support on my channel. Whatever journey it is that I'm doing, whether it's a makeup challenge or my fitness journey, you know, I just appreciate the thumbs up, the sharing, and just more importantly, the comments that you guys leave and stuff. It does mean a lot, so thank you. Alright, and then on to this update. I'm just going to go in the order like I did the last two videos. So for face and primers, if I keep looking over here again, I always have my little list. For the face and primers and pore fillers, I picked out 4 items that I wanted to go ahead and finish. So I can show you progress on 3 of them. So the first one is this NYX Angel Veil. This is the Skin Perfecting Primer. I started with a full bottle, and this is where I am right now. For the Porefessional by Benefit, I started with a full bottle. This was my first update, and this is where I am right now. And I did finish one of the primers, and I finished the Hourglass Veil Mineral Primer. So this one is completely empty. Started with a full bottle. This was my first update, and it's all gone. The second one was from another project, so just ignore that. But yeah, it's all done. And like I did mention in my in the Artiste dupe video, in the beginning while I was getting ready, I did use both these two. They are, to me, an exact dupe, really. So if you are interested, or you were interested in wanting to try this out, you might want to just check the beginning of that video, because I did talk about this briefly. So I will link that one down below. Alright, so that is it. So finished one, excited about that, have progress on 2 others. For concealers, I picked out 4. I can show you progress on 2. The first one is the Tarte Maracuja Creaseless Concealer, and I started with a full tube. I guess we'll call this a tube. And I don't know if you can see that line, but this is where I am right now. So I shouldn't have a problem finishing that one up. And what I've been doing is I've been mixing this in with a little bit of foundation, because I'm finding that I have so much concealer, and I don't spot conceal. So if it's not light enough to put underneath my eye as like a brightening type of a product, I'm going to have to find another way of using it. I do use it on my eyelids as a base or a primer, and I have been putting it in some foundation, and that has been working pretty good. So the second one was the MAC. And this was the Mineralized Concealer in NW20. And I had this on its side for a little bit, but this is where I am right here. So hopefully you can see that. Alright, so that is those 2. Next one is the Shadow Primer. I only picked out 1, and I'm using the Smashbox 24-Hour Photo Finish. I started out with the full tube, and this was my first update, and this is where I am now. I probably could have maybe been sort of done with it, but I have been using other things as a primer for my eyes, but I will not have any problem finishing that up. Alright, for foundations, BB creams, and CC creams, I had, let's see, I think 5. I can show you progress on 2. First one is the Tarte Amazonian Clay 12-Hour Foundation. This is in light medium sand. And started out with the full jar. This was my first update. Don't mind the second one. This is where I am right now. And like I mentioned in my last video for my Project 10 pan, I've really been using that one a lot. It should be done by now, but it's just not. The second one is by It Cosmetics. It's the Your Skin But Better CC cream, and this is in light. Started out with the full one, and this is where I am right now. Alright, next are powders. I picked out 3. I can show you progress on 1. This is the Hello Flawless by Benefit, and I will try to insert pictures of what it looked like before last, I feel like it's blurry, last update, but I did go ahead and repress this. And this is a very thin layer of powder. I would say maybe a week, 2 tops, and I will be done with this, and then I can finally move on to another powder. So really excited about the progress on that one. And let's see, gotta turn my little page. Next item are eye bases, and I picked 2 out for those. The first one was MAC Paint Pot and Painterly, and I have been done with this one. I think I actually... yeah, I got done with this one after my last update. This I got done with in May. But so that's another one that is gone. The other one that I picked out to finish this year is the Be a Bombshell Cosmetics Eye Base in Submissive. I did go ahead and I have, hopefully you can see that I hit pan. You can see a little bit at the bottom of that little jar, but that is where I'm at right now. So yeah. So, I mean, this one, not using so much because I was trying to use other ones, but I'm trying to incorporate here and there to get more use out of that. I would like that gone this year. I don't know if I'll be able to do it, but we'll see. Bronzers, picked out 2. I have progress on 1. It's the Hoola by Benefit. And this is where I am right now. I did have to repress that. I will hopefully be able to find a picture so you can see what it looked like last update, but it's coming along. I just feel like it does take forever. I thought that after repressing this, it would have gone much quicker, and I feel like it's just still moving slow. So, but I'm still using that. Next one are eyeliners. Now, I originally started my eyeliners with 11, but I did different categories. I'm sorry, I know I keep looking back over here. Alright, so let's go with what I finished last update, which was the NYX Liquid Black Eyeliner. I already had finished that last update, so that's obviously gone. And as far as any other ones, as far as brush liquid eyeliners, I do have one more that it's sort of on its way going to be done. I mean, I could have probably put it in this one, but I still think I can get a few more uses out of it, so I am holding on to the next update. And there are about like 2 pens that I have, like the pen tips, that are getting a little bit dry, but I still think I get a few uses out of them, so I'm keeping them for right now. But the ones that I can show you is this e.l.f. This is the Shimmering Eye Pencil. It was a purple one. And just when I went to go sharpen it, the product came out. So it's all done. But, I mean, yeah, I only had a little bit left. So that's done. The next one that I got done is the Too Faced Bulletproof 24-Hour Shadow Liner. And I can't, this is where it is right now. Hopefully you can see it. It just, when I use this for my waterline and tight lining, and the packaging, like that line, is starting to like get caught in my eye, and so I'm done using it. It doesn't obviously sharpen any more product. So this is done. I really love this for the waterline and my tight lining. Love this eyeliner. I can show you progress on 2 of the other liners, and the first one is the Rimmel Scandalize in Nude. So this is where I am right here. So this was the intro, this was the first Q1, and this is where I am right now. I will have probably no problem finishing this, I think, by next update. I use this as an eye base. I use this for, actually I started using this for my, like a lip liner almost. And I actually like it that way. I just put some on and then I just dab it out. And I really like the way that it just holds my lipstick. So I've been using it for that. I don't like it for my waterline. So I've been just trying to find different ways to use that And I've been liking those two different ways, so I've been using it for that. And the next one is the Sephora, and this is in Cocoa. And here's my progress for this one. So this is intro, quarter 1, and update 2, or quarter 2. And this one I'm moving a little bit slower on because, like I mentioned in a few videos, I can't use this in my waterline at all. I gotta really only use this very like underneath my lower lash line or on top, because it does, when I get it in my eye, it does like itch a little bit and irritate me. So that one's moving a little bit slower. Let's see where we're at now. Alright, next thing are mascaras. Now for mascaras, I picked out 5. Last update, I was done with 4 of them. I finished the Essence Get Big Lashes and the Woodster type, so I finished these 2. And then these 2, which is the Too Faced Lash Injection and the Smashbox Full Exposure. These 2 I decluttered. I don't know if the product was old, but it just did have a smell to it, and it was also very like goopy and gluey. So I don't want to take any chances, so I just decluttered those 2. I do have one left, and it is on the 3-month mark to go ahead and, you know, get it out of my collection. But I am going to hold on to it for a little bit more. Just a couple more weeks, I think I can get out of it. And it's the Too Faced Better Than Sex Mascara. There's no smell with this or anything like that. My eyes aren't irritated. But like I said, I've been doing really good with just using mascara for 3 months and then, you know, getting rid of it and then moving on to something else. And I do want to keep doing that because I have not had any kind of eye irritations since starting to do that. So I have a few more weeks with that one until I move on to other mascaras. So that's where I am with that. Alright, next category are the blushes. Now this is where I get a little frustrated. Obviously been doing this for 6 months now. I'm sort of realizing what takes me forever to use up and, you know, what products are a little bit easier for me. And blushes are definitely one that is going very slow for me. Now, if you remember from my intro, I picked out 8. Yes, I said 8. 4 cream and 4 powder blushes. And I know a lot of you were like, oh, that's a lot, that's a lot. And honestly, I thought that I would be able to get done with at least half by now. Because what I was figuring is to use the cream blush as like a base and then the powder one on top. And the 3 blushes that I picked, the Sigma ones, I haven't even touched, other than using them really more for eyeshadows than even blush. So the only powder blush I've been working on is the NYX blush in Natural. And so this is where I am here. I still have not hit pan. And I'll be honest, I really haven't been using it. I mean, I'm using it, but I'm not using it every day because the ColourPop blushes, even though they are like a cream, they do dry as a powder, at least on my face. So I don't really need a topper all the time. I do sometimes use it just so I can use it, but it's not a necessity for me to top these ColourPop blushes with a powder. I don't know how other, you know, cream blushes really work. I'm not really a cream blush lover, and doing this challenge, I'm realizing that I really don't. I mean, I knew before I really wasn't crazy about cream blushes, but I really don't like cream blushes. It's just not my thing. So when I do get to my blush part of my declutter, which I will hopefully be doing soon, I'm sure all my cream blushes will be coming out because I just prefer powder, and that's just for me. It's nothing wrong with the product. I love ColourPop. I even have a MAC cream blush that I was, I think, trying to pan last year. I love it. It's not that I don't love the product. I'm not a cream blush person, that's all. Alright, so anyway, enough of that rambling. So that is that one. That's my progress for that. For the 4 ColourPop blushes, this one is in Prenup, and again, I will try to put a picture of what it looked before. But this is where I'm at now. This is getting to the point though, because it is so thin and it's, you know, it's been 6 months, that it's getting a little bit drier. So going with the stipple brush is a little bit hard. I have to really now put it on my finger and put it in. I mean, I'm wearing it today on top of, and I do have the Natural on top of that. But that's what that is like. I have been mixing them too as well, mixing a little bit just to try to use them up a little bit faster. This is Thumper. And the texture and everything is still fun on this one. My plan for using these blushes is I thought maybe 3 months I would be able to use a blush every 3 months. And that's why I picked out 4 for each, you know, powder and cream. But I was very wrong. This was, this is Trickery, and this is more of like a peachy, orangey coral. I should say it's more of a peachy orange. But it's really nice for summertime. And this one I've had in other projects. This is the Aphrodisiac. And this is more of, because it's like a brown, I use it more for contouring, and I also use it on my eyes for like transition crease area. So those are the 4 right there. And then I picked out 3 highlighters, all ColourPop. This one is in Hippo, and it's the same thing with the prenup. It's getting a little bit dry, so I can't really do it with the brush anymore. I gotta do it with my fingers, which applying ColourPop products anyway, you do get, I think, a better application when you do use your fingers. Not saying that you can't with brushes, but I do think it goes on a little bit better when you use your fingers. But this is Cheesecake. And the last one is, what is the last one? This one is Spoon. And this one I haven't used a lot of. The other 2 I have, but this one's probably the least used. So those are my 3 highlighters. Next category are the brows. Now I did pick out 3. I had a Anastasia Duo Powder Brow Compact. That one I decluttered because I just realized that I'm not a powder fan as far as my eyebrows. I am still working on the Benefit Give Me Brow, and I also have the Anastasia Clear Gel that I'm using. But I did replace that Duo powder, the Powder Duo, with the Anastasia Tinted Brow Gel in Brunette, and it's still going. It is, I think, on its last little leg. I'm like right here, but when you pull out the, when I pull out the brush, very little is going on the brush. So I would say I maybe have, but I can scrape because I'm not pulling stoppers out. I would say maybe another week or 2, and I think I could be completely done with this. But this is still going, so that's what I have for that. And as far as single shadows, I had 3 MAC single shadows. This one is in Vanilla, and this one I'm using just on my brow bone as a highlight. So it's obviously getting very little use out of it because you only need a little bit. The next one is the one in Vanilla, I'm sorry, Brulee. And this one I hit pan and I repressed. I don't know if you can see, but there's only a little bit left. I would say maybe a week's worth. And this one, I just go ahead and I set my primer with this. So once this is done, which should be like in a week, I think I'll start using this as setting for my eyelid before I go in with my shadows. And then the last one, which I'm surprised, I thought I would have had hit pan at least by now, is Bamboo. But I go back and forth with this one and the ColourPop Aphrodisiac as like my crease and transition shade. So that's what it is. I mean, I think I'll be able to finish it by the end of the year, but I thought I would at least have hit pan by now. I'm trying to think. I think that is it. So that is it. I hope I did that fast enough. I was trying to keep it a little bit short. As far as keeping on to the products that I've already finished, I am going to just take a picture and then go ahead, and once I do my empties, I'm going to recycle or trash whatever I need to do. I don't want to hold on to these for the whole year. So when I do my next update, I'll just have a snapshot of the things that I already did finish. For last update, I believe it was 5 products that I finished, and then this update I finished 4. So I have a total of 9 products finished. I think my number was like 52 or 53. So yeah, that's where I'm at. I mean, next update, I know I will have a ton more as far as eyeliners. I should be done with the shadow. I should be done with the Hoola bronzer, another mascara. There'll be quite a bit more, I think, in the next update. But that's where I am now, 9 out of 52, 53. I will post it up there so that you can see it. And again, I'm also finishing other products too. So I am focusing my attention on these products, but I am working on other ones as well, which I will do at the end of the year. I will do a whole video as far as all the makeup that I finished. But that's it for this update. I will be back in September for Q3's update. If you are interested in seeing what lipsticks I picked out to use up for this year, I will link that video down below because I am doing a separate project for that. But I will link that in the description box below. I hope you guys are doing really well on all of your items and you're using things up and you're getting your money's worth out of everything. And thanks again for entering in for my giveaway. Angel, please let me know your address so I can go ahead and ship your package to you. I'd like to get that out by Monday. And that is it. I hope everyone's having a blessed day, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye, guys. Mwah.